Hello, I'm Anthony Cartagine, and I am doing my modeling project on endochondral ossification. Endochondral ossification is a process that uses hyaline cartilage to create bone. Hyaline cartilage is used as a base model for long bone. Chondrocytes are located in the middle of the hyaline cartilage, and the chondrocytes are found in the cartilage of the connective tissue. They also produce and maintain the cartilage matrix. They progressively get bigger while using a process called diffusion until they die and start to calcify. They leave cavities called lacunae that are basically empty spaces within the bone or the cartilage. So this right here is the hyaline cartilage, and then in the center, this is where we have our chondrocytes. And then as soon as they keep getting bigger and bigger, they start to calcify. And in our second step, the blood vessel starts to grow around the pericardium, which is outside. The pericardium is what protects the bone or cartilage, and the blood vessel helps carry oxygen and nutrients to and from body parts and bones. All the cartilage cells in the bone then turn into osteoblasts. Osteoblasts are a type of cell that help maintain bone. This is able to happen because they created and mineralized in the matrix to form bone. They start to create a superficial layer of bone which becomes compact bone, and this is also called appositional growth. So here's our blood vessel around it, pericardium, which is right here. Then we also have our chondrocytes right in the middle of here, turn into osteocytes. And then we also have our spongy bone that starts to develop. Okay, and then in our third step, the blood vessel penetrates and enters the cartilage, and fibroblasts have a role of healing the bone and regulating the bone, turning into osteoblasts. And start begins to the production of spongy bone at the primary ossification center. Osteoblasts are a type of cell that maintain bone, and the primary ossification center is where the bone starts from the inside. So now, here is the bone, blood vessel, and we also have our fibroblasts just in there. And then they also get turned into osteoblasts. And the spongy bone is created, which is what we'll use this for. And then there is our third step. So our fourth step begins in the medullary cavity, which is right in here. This is our metaphysis, and here's medullary cavity right in the middle. And then is replaced cartilage at the metaphysis. The medullary cavity is where the marrow is housed. It holds all of the red and yellow bone marrow, and the metaphysis is when the epiphysis and the diaphysis grows during the development bone. Okay, in the fifth step, the capillaries and the osteoblasts enter the epiphysis and are created the second ossification center. The secondary primal ossification center is when the epiphyseal plate is replaced by spongy bone, and the epiphysis and the diaphysis are now fused. The epiphyseal is now later united into one bone. So here is our epiphysis. And then we also have a hyaline cartilage right in there. And then our periosteum here. And then, as you can probably tell, this is our blood vessel. And we have our compact bone right over here. And then this is our secondary ossification center right in here. Now we're on to step 6, which is our last step. So the symphysis is filled with spongy bone, while the remaining cartilage with the joint cavity is the articulation cavity. The articulation cartilage is the cartilage that covers the end of the bones for the joints. At each of the metaphysis, the epithelial cartilage separates into the epiphysis and the diaphysis. So right here is our articular cartilage. Then here's our epithelial cartilage right in here. Here's our diaphysis, and then our spongy bone inside. Okay, and that is endochondral ossification.